This is a sea snail. And according to virologists and chemical engineers from the University of Sydney, this extraordinary marine creature holds the key to put an end to recurring herpes outbreaks, without using prescription drugs or over-the-counter creams. This fascinating spiral-shelled sea creature has a unique antiviral compound that has been proven to work in 3 transformative ways. Instantly neutralize cold sores and blisters before they even occur. Block the entry of both HSV1 and HSV2 in healthy cells and stop the virus from causing outbreaks. Rejuvenate and restore the entire body on cellular level, supercharging immunity and clearing up your skin. Imagine harnessing the same unique antiviral compound and never having to deal with those constant outbreaks that hurt so bad and make you put your life on pause. Canceling plans and staying in because you feel embarrassed or having to deal with the painful "I have herpes" confession whenever you meet someone new. You can say goodbye to all these and even more by incorporating a tiny red plant hack in your morning routine. The same red plant that gives the sea snail and some marine species their ferocious immunity to withstand millions of parasites, pathogens, and viruses, including herpes. This outstanding discovery, published in the Medical Journal of Virology, and being supported by scientific reports in MDPI and National Library of Medicine, has been dubbed as the next big thing in antiviral medicine, and it's so simple that it can be used by anyone, no matter their age, medical record, or the severity of their outbreaks. In fact, the more frequent and severe your outbreaks, the faster it works to eliminate them from your face and private areas, putting the virus to sleep and blocking its ability to spread inside your body. Whether it is you or someone you love that has been struggling with HSV1 or HSV2, this is unlike anything you've ever seen or heard before. In the next 7 minutes, you'll discover that recurring outbreaks have less to do with stress. But as recent evidence shows, they are actually linked to a little loophole in the immune system, which makes your body protect the virus instead of fighting it. You'll find out why some people get cold sores all the time, while others never experience a single symptom their entire life. How some of the healthiest foods, even the ones recommended for suppressing herpes, actually do the opposite. And how this groundbreaking solution, discovered by accident by marine biologists, has been proven to switch off herpes naturally, without having to spend a single red cent on antiviral drugs or doctor visits ever again. You'll live with clear, healthy-looking skin every single day, without fear and anxiety that the next week or month a painful blister will appear on your face. Having people asking, what's that on your lips? And looking at you as if you have the plague. Never facing rejection from a potential partner when they find out your dirty little secret. Never feeling self-conscious or like you are damaged goods, hiding yourself away from dating and intimacy. Instead, you'll enjoy a cold, sore-free complexion with glowy skin, making you feel and look years younger. And a thrilling love life without feeling ashamed, but rather feeling wanted and desired by whomever you date. As odd as it sounds, it's all possible with an inexpensive red plant hack that makes your body 3 times more resilient against detecting and blocking herpes, bulletproofing your entire health and rejuvenating your skin, no matter if you're stressed, tired, or down with a cold. Whether you've been battling with the virus since you were a little kid, experienced your first outbreak as soon as yesterday, or got diagnosed with herpes and you're nervous about how often you'll have cold sores in the future, more than 120,000 men and women are trying this solution right now. Natalie W., Boise, Idaho. I used to get cold sores all the time, and even with foundation, I couldn't cover them. Not to mention I was afraid of touching my face and spreading them somewhere else. I've tried a cyclovir, but it didn't do too much for me. After one cold sore was healed, another one popped up. 3 months into using this, and I haven't had a single outbreak. My skin also looks way better. Firmer and glowy. This is amazing. Isabel G., Concord, New Hampshire. I was so insecure and ashamed. It seriously messed up my confidence and my love life. I've met a really nice guy, great chemistry, but when I told him about my problem, he simply disappeared. And this wasn't the first time. I've been using this solution for a while now, and it works. It works better than anything I've tried before. I stopped having these painful blisters down there, and my life is so much easier. I don't feel dirty anymore, and I even started dating again. Derek F., Lincoln, Nebraska. They are so uncomfortable. I used to get really bad ones covering my entire lower lip and even chin. every time I opened my mouth. To eat, drink, or brush my teeth, it was horrible. Votrex helped, but only when I had my first outbreaks. A friend told me about this, and it's been a life savior. It's the first time. In 4 years, my face has been cold sore free for more than 6 months. Hi, my name is Dr. Julia Anderson, and before I tell you how I came across this groundbreaking solution and how you can use it in your life, let me quickly introduce myself. I'm 57 years old, and I live in San Diego, California. I've been a board-certified physician for over 30 years, specializing in infectious diseases and their underlying causes. I've graduated from Baylor College of Medicine in Houston, Texas. And up until 5 years ago, I worked as a lead researcher in one of the biggest pharmaceutical companies in the US, analyzing and researching treatments for the herpes simplex virus. I decided to quit when I realized that they had zero interest in finding a solution. They were more concerned about their bank accounts than funding novel solutions that could help millions of people who suffer from the physical and emotional pain caused by herpes. As a doctor, my dream has always been to help make the world a disease-free, healthier place. And this is why I've opened my own private lab and worked with some of the brightest minds in the field of biology, virology, and chemistry. Traveling to many different places, from the remote villages of Africa to the traditional medicine markets of China, studying natural compounds and herbs that could provide relief to my patients. Since then, I've been able to help over 7,000 Americans deal successfully with oral and genital herpes and live a life free from recurring outbreaks. But everything changed when I met Claudia Reif, a 28-year-old woman who had both genital and oral herpes. The intensity and frequency of her outbreaks were unlike anything I had ever seen. When she walked into my office, I felt a pinch of pain in my heart. Her whole face was covered in red, inflamed blisters starting from her entire lower lip to her chin and cheeks. It hurts even when I talk, and that's not even the worst part. Claudia told me her first encounter with genital herpes happened when she was 22, which caused her long-term boyfriend to accuse her of cheating and break up with her. Ever since then, her dating life had been non-existent. Then she bursted into tears and said, "My lifelong dream was to have a happy family, to be a mother and a wife, to live happily with my husband and our 2 children, but herpes makes me feel like I'll never be able to do that. Whenever I meet someone new, no matter how good things are going, the moment I tell them I have herpes, they just leave." My heart ached for her. She had tried everything, from acyclovir and famciclovir, remedies like aloe vera to baking soda, from salt baths to essential oils. None of them reduced her pain or the frequency of her outbreaks. She was devastated and frustrated. And how could she not be? She recently lost her job as a call center agent because she had to take long periods off from work due to the severity of her outbreaks. And that weekend, she didn't make it to her best friend's wedding because she couldn't bear the thought of people staring at her, whispering behind her back, and asking what was wrong with her face. I was determined to help her. I mean, how could I look the poor girl in the eyes and tell her she would have to live with this disease for the rest of her life? I was the 5th specialist she had visited, and I could see there was little hope in her eyes. And I knew why. Many doctors act like herpes is not a big deal because a lot of people have it. And to some extent, they're not wrong. You see, there are people who are infected with HSV1 or HSV2 and never experience any symptoms, but for the rest who are not that blessed, that's a different story. Herpes is permanent. It's painful. It causes cold sores out of the blue, and it could possibly cause long-term health problems, like an increased risk of brain diseases. You live in constant fear that another outbreak will appear, and you have to cancel all your plans and put your life on hold. You feel them tingling and itching, but you can't scratch them. They go from a bump to a blister to a scab, and you can't hide them with anything. You can't even open your mouth wide to eat because they burst open and have to heal all over again. And if you're trying to have a relationship with someone that doesn't have herpes, and you do, most likely you're going to have your heart broken. I've had hundreds of women and men who have walked through my door, so desperate they would give their entire life savings only to live a life where they didn't have to put up with dealing with outbreaks on a day-to-day basis. People who felt disgusting and ashamed and wouldn't step out of their houses for weeks. Seeing so many heartbreaking stories, I felt sorry for each and every one of them. But Claudia's case moved me deeply. That night I couldn't sleep. I stayed awake thinking about her. She was only 28 and had her entire life ahead of her. Why did she suffer from constant, painful outbreaks while others go years without a single symptom? The next morning, I started by analyzing the cases of patients who had herpes, but never had any symptoms. I wanted to understand what made them different from those who suffered from frequent outbreaks. I pored over research papers, spent countless hours reading and revisiting studies, hoping I would spot something, until I came across a small 4-piece puzzle that completely changed my perspective about herpes. You've probably heard that herpes has been around for thousands of years. Apart from humans, herpes infects animal species too, from elephants and dogs to fish and bats. Now, what you may not know is that it wasn't until the late 1950s that doctors actually discovered that herpes is the virus that causes cold sores. This wasn't new to me, but it got me thinking. If herpes is around for thousands of years, then why was it discovered by scientists so late? I tried looking into data about the cold sore prevalence before the 1950s, and I must admit the reports I found were very limited. There were no studies or stats mentioning cold sores or other symptoms that resemble the blisters and rashes that oral and genital herpes cause. It was then that the question popped in my head. Was herpes discovered so late because symptoms were rare back then? If so, why? And here's where things get very interesting. Surprisingly, the boom in cold sore outbreaks happened at the same time with the boom of antibiotics. Many of the drugs commonly used today, like Augmentin, Amoxil, Zithromax, Biosef, Keflex, Bactrim and Flagyl, among others, were discovered between 1950 and 1960. Now, even though antibiotics target bacteria and pathogens, which means that if you are down with the flu, have a cold sore outbreak, or are infected by some other virus, they won't work. Doctors have been prescribing them widely for viral infections and small minor coughs. A recent study titled, "Finding What's Wrong with Us: Antibiotic Prescribing Practice Among Physicians in the United States," and published in the esteemed journal Frontiers, reveals that many doctors prescribe antibiotics even though it is inappropriate, because they want to avoid lengthy explanations and because a shorter office visit allows them to see more patients. CDC reports that 1/3 of all outpatient prescriptions of antibiotics simply aren't necessary. In fact, doctors prescribe 251.1 million antibiotic prescriptions per year, and 62 million of them are not medically justified. This includes 1 in 7 patients ranging from small children to elderly adults. And another study published in the journal Bioessays reported that many people were led to believe that antibiotics are used against both bacterial and viral illnesses. 57% of them were unaware that antibiotics were ineffective against viruses, and 44% did not know that antibiotics have no effect against colds or influenza. Could there be a connection between the two? After digging deeper, I came across the third piece of the puzzle. This rampant misuse has impacted our bodies in an unexpected way, pushing our cells to become more acidic, which essentially helps herpes to spread and cause outbreaks. To be more specific, a team of immunologists from Virginia Commonwealth University School of Medicine explained that herpes spreads and enters healthy cells easier when the body's internal pH becomes slightly more acidic. In such an environment, the virus is not just activated, but it also thrives, leading to recurring outbreaks while your body's defense mechanisms are compromised. To put it simply, think of your body like a fish tank. If the water in the tank becomes too dirty or the pH levels change, the fish gets sick. Our immune cells floating in the water inside us are our body's little fighters. When they're in the right environment, they're quick, efficient, and keep invaders at bay. In essence, this is what a strong immune system is. But when the water or environment inside us gets too acidic, these immune cells can't work as well. They become sluggish and tired, which means, 1. Their reaction time slows, making them less effective against invaders. 2. They need more resources to neutralize the acid, further stressing the body. 3. Our overall bodily system becomes more vulnerable to stress, fatigue, and poor sleep, which in return trigger outbreaks. It's like accidentally ringing the dinner bell and then wondering why everyone is coming running. And as if this was not enough, our cells are filled with even more acid every single day. Healthy foods such as yogurt, wheat germ, navy and pinto beans, plums, spinach, honey, and brown rice are known to raise acid levels inside our cells. When we digest meat, eggs, milk, cheeses, white flour, and sugar, and not surprisingly when we drink beer, wine, distilled water, coffee, and soft drinks full of artificial sweeteners, our bodies are filled with more acid. Even breathing polluted air introduces acidic particles into our respiratory system, which then enter the bloodstream and affect the body's acid levels. This includes toxins and chemicals from industrial activities, car emissions, and other sources that get absorbed into our body, either directly or indirectly. The result? An immune system drained of energy while fighting multiple fronts at once, allowing herpes to get out from its place of hiding and replicate in healthy cells. So what can you do? Should you stop using antibiotics when necessary? Or stop eating these foods? Absolutely not. Antibiotics have been a monumental achievement in medicine. They are used to treat bacterial infections and have prevented countless deaths since their discovery. The same goes for all these healthy foods, which are full of vitamins and minerals that sustain your organs, your tissues, your blood sugar levels, and are vital for your own existence and survival. Before telling you the only method that can inactivate the virus while rebalancing your immune levels, here's a quick tip to check if your pH is slightly more acidic. Does your urine look like this? Does it have a slightly more intense smell? If the answer is yes, then your pH is probably more acidic than it should be, and makes it easy for the virus to cause constant and more intense outbreaks, stressing you out even more. This chronic buildup slowly drains our whole body from energy and leaves millions unprotected against cold sore outbreaks, viruses, and severe infections, which is very upsetting, because your immune system has evolved, along with the virus, for thousands of years. It's actually designed to ensure that the virus lies dormant. It can and does fight herpes outbreaks. Antibodies against the virus are produced, which means that the immune system is constantly, actively working against herpes and keeps it in check. But when your body is constantly fighting to balance its pH levels, which only increase by the day, its resources are spread thin. This causes extra effort fighting off another virus or infection, such as a cold or the flu, and these leads to recurrent outbreaks. It's like your body has created a loophole that allows the virus to act as it wants whenever you're stressed, tired, or just lack a good night's sleep. So how could this loophole be reversed? The answer was both unexpected and astonishing. And strangely enough, it came from marine biologists who had been studying the immune systems of certain marine species. While all of them were exposed to and infected by herpes, some actually showed resistance to the virus and had no symptoms. Among them were the sea snails, urchins, and oysters. The study reported that they acquired unique antiviral properties by feeding on a rare seaweed. They also never seemed to get ill and showcased an unparalleled immunity to a whole lot of pathogens, toxins, and viruses. And this is quite amazing when you consider that for every drop of seawater, there are an average of 10 million viruses. This makes the oceans some of the most hostile and dangerous places to live. So, they conducted further research to understand the properties of this miraculous red seaweed and analyzed its chemical structure and compounds. The red seaweed was found in the depths where the environment is harsh, with extreme pressures and darkness, and only the toughest and most resilient marine life thrived. You see, sea plants, much like the ones found on land, develop protective mechanisms to ensure their survival against threats. Compounds within these plants act as a shield to prevent damage from harsh environments and potential pathogens. And since this particular seaweed was adapted to one of the most hostile environments on Earth, it also made it a potent source of unique immunity-boosting and antiviral compounds. In fact, this seaweed contains a special molecule not found anywhere else on Earth that gives deep-sea snails, urchins, and oysters their extraordinary resilience against herpes. Its name? Carrageenan. And it's extremely rich in sulfated polysaccharides, phycocolloids, and anthocyanins that give this miraculous plant its red color and jelly texture. But the most exciting part was this. Their antiviral potency against both HSV-1 and HSV-2 in humans, along with their immune-boosting properties, have been confirmed by academic institutions and scientific publications from the McGill University, renowned journals Elsevier, Theme, MDPI, and biotechnology reports. It was a moment of revelation. I was determined to figure out how to turn this into something the world has never seen before and put an end to recurring outbreaks for millions of people. So I gathered my team of medical researchers and chemists together to help me do just that. We spent months researching the best compounds with similar anti-herpetic and immune properties that could blend with this beautifully unique red seaweed to create something truly innovative. These compounds needed A, to be so strong that they could survive inside the acidic environment. Increase the speed and efficiency of your immune system so it will be able to neutralize the acid EC. Directly target the infected cells. Stop herpes from replicating inside the body and force the virus to become dormant. As you can imagine, this was an extremely hard task to do. Little by little, we made progress, and after continuous months of testing, we came up with a breakthrough of 7 natural compounds high in bioactivity and bioavailability that have repeatedly proven their amazing ability to eliminate cold sores and boost immunity in tens of clinical studies. We called these 7 compounds anti-herpetic miracles because of their unparalleled power to inactivate the virus. And this is how each of these incredible ingredients work. Graviola. Leaf extract. Graviola, derived from the Annona muricata tree, is celebrated for its rich composition of bioactive compounds, making it a powerful agent against HSV-1 and HSV-2 infections. Graviola's acetogenins, alkaloids, and antioxidants work in 3 transformative ways. They increase immune response and speed of action. Graviola enhances immune system activity by stimulating natural killer NK cells and other immune responses. These mechanisms detect and target herpes-infected cells early, suppressing the virus before it can initiate flare-ups. They keep herpes from infecting healthy cells. Graviola's bioactive compounds act as a barrier against the virus. Its acetogenins specifically disrupt the replication processes of HSV, preventing the virus from binding to and infecting healthy cells. And this is pretty amazing, considering that replication is one of the virus's key strategies for causing recurrent outbreaks. They strengthen the skin barrier so cold sores have a harder time showing up. Graviola supports skin health through its antioxidant properties, which reduce inflammation and protect skin cells from oxidative damage. This not only minimizes cold sore development, but also accelerates the healing process of active sores. On top of that, Graviola soothes irritated skin and promotes an even complexion, helping reduce the visibility of past flare-up marks without affecting healthy tissue. These immune-enhancing and protective effects train your body to combat viral infections more effectively, providing peace of mind during high-risk seasons. And studies show that Graviola contributes to overall wellness, helping alleviate fatigue, improve energy, and support a balanced immune system. Panax ginseng. Root extract. Panax ginseng, a well-known adaptogen, is revered for its long, robust roots and potent bioactive compounds, making it highly effective in combating HSV-1 and HSV-2. Immune support. Panax ginseng enhances the immune system by increasing the activity of T helper cells and natural killer NK cells, which identify and target herpes-infected cells early. By bolstering the body's immune defenses, it decreases the frequency and severity of outbreaks, helping to manage the virus effectively. Stress and brain health. Ginseng is also noted for its ability to regulate stress-related neurotransmitters, such as dopamine and norepinephrine, in the brain. Why is this important? Stress is one of the major triggers for herpes outbreaks, and ginseng's stress-reducing properties not only mitigate flare-ups, but also boost energy and mood, helping maintain mental well-being. Arabinogalactan, a natural polysaccharide derived from the larch tree, has profound immunomodulatory properties that help in managing HSV infections. Immune support. Arabinogalactan stimulates white blood cell production, particularly macrophages and NK cells, which play a crucial role in suppressing the herpes virus during its initial phases. This prevents the virus from manifesting as cold sores, reducing both the frequency and intensity of outbreaks. Wound healing and skin health. Due to its antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties, arabinogalactan supports rapid healing of cold sores while protecting the surrounding skin from infection. It also strengthens the skin's barrier, helping it resist environmental stressors and reducing flare-up triggers. These immune-enhancing and wound-healing properties ensure that your body is better prepared to combat herpes and maintain skin health, even during high-risk periods. Beta-glucan, a naturally occurring polysaccharide, is highly effective in managing HSV-1 and HSV-2 by supporting immune function and controlling outbreaks. Immune support beta-glucan has shown remarkable immunomodulatory effects, meaning it can either stimulate or suppress immune functions depending on what is required. It boosts macrophages, T cells, and NK cells, essential for detecting and neutralizing herpes-infected cells early. Additionally, it limits the replication of herpes by creating an environment that inhibits viral activity, reducing both the frequency and intensity of outbreaks. Skin and collagen benefits. Beta-glucan supports the repair of damaged skin and enhances collagen synthesis, improving skin elasticity and smoothness. This is especially beneficial in reducing the visible impact of cold sores and promoting rapid healing. Olive leaf extract, the active compound in olive leaf, oleuropein, exhibits strong antiviral properties, making it a powerful agent against HSV-1 and HSV-2. Direct viral suppression. Oleuropein directly inhibits herpes replication and deactivates viral particles, preventing the virus from spreading to healthy cells. Anti-inflammatory and antioxidant protection. With its high flavonoid and antioxidant content, olive leaf helps reduce inflammation caused by outbreaks and protects skin cells from UV damage. It also slows premature aging by neutralizing free radicals, ensuring healthier, more resilient skin. Turmeric. Rhizome powder. Turmeric is a well-known antiviral and anti-inflammatory agent with proven efficacy against HSV-1 and HSV-2, faster dormancy and healing. The active compound, curcumin, forces the herpes virus into dormancy, significantly reducing the time it takes to heal from outbreaks. Immune boosting and regulation. Turmeric enhances the activity of immune cells, including T cells, which are critical for initiating a rapid and efficient immune response. This immune modulation ensures that herpes is suppressed before causing significant symptoms. Quercetin dihydrate. Quercetin dihydrate, a bioflavonoid found in plant seeds, plays a crucial role in maintaining the body's defenses, particularly for individuals prone to recurrent infections such as herpes outbreaks. Immune system fuel and support. Quercetin acts as an antioxidant and anti-inflammatory agent, neutralizing free radicals and reducing stress-induced immune suppression. This ensures the immune system maintains its speed and efficiency in combating viral flare-ups before they cause harm. Quercetin also stabilizes mast cells, which are essential in controlling inflammation and preventing the virus from taking advantage of weakened immunity during stress or illness. Boosted by vitamin C and selenium. Quercetin works synergistically with vitamin C and selenium, both present in the formula, to enhance the overall immune response. Together, they form a powerful defense against outbreaks, ensuring a stronger and more resilient system for everyday health challenges. These combined benefits help support the immune system under stress, enabling it to act quickly and effectively against herpes, while promoting long-term wellness. Although each and one of these breakthrough compounds possess very powerful antiviral and immune properties on their own, they truly shine when they combine, working together to eliminate cold sores and put the virus to sleep, all while supercharging your immune system. With this in mind, our next goal was to create the most effective and precise blend out of them. Combining such potent ingredients wasn't easy. It's crucial to ensure that they retain their bioactive and bioavailable properties, which means they need to be properly absorbed by our blood, fully utilized by our cells, and remain active and potent in the body. It took 9 additional months of experimentation, adjusting ratios, and using all our available resources, and a significant amount of our life savings. But after these 9 months of testing, talking and negotiating with the best manufacturers in the US, and many sleepless nights, we finally managed to create a small, easy-to-swallow capsule that my team considered the greatest discovery in herpes management since the introduction of acyclovir. A powerful breakthrough that would eliminate cold sores, silence the virus inside the body, and solidify our immune cells to block flare-ups before they have a chance to appear. Now, all this sounds great, but let's talk about the actual results. Of course, the first person to try this small but extremely promising capsule was none other than Claudia. All she had to do was take 2 capsules every day with a glass of water for at least 8 months. Our goal was to bring the number of outbreaks down to 0 and observe its effectiveness in the long run. Claudia was to report down her progress, the rate of frequency, and also take before and after pictures. During the first 30 days, Claudia said that her outbreaks had calmed down. She only had 1 cold sore, and it took way less for it to heal. Now, this was something but not extraordinary. I could hear a little bit of disappointment in her voice, but I told her to wait and follow the treatment. And thank God she did, because after the 2nd month, Claudia was a different woman. She didn't call me this time. She knocked on my door, and when I saw her, I gasped. Her face was glowing. She had no cold sores, no rashes, or any sort of marks that resemble an outbreak, and I could see that the texture of her skin was clear and even. She hugged me with the joy and happiness of a little kid who just got an ice cream. "It's the first time in 6 years that I didn't get a cold sore for a whole month," she exclaimed, and I saw tears forming in her eyes, but this time out of joy. Still, despite these fantastic results, I told Claudia to follow the program for 8 months as agreed. Every week, she would send me pictures of her crystal clear face, told me how her private parts were safe, and she would use the bathroom without pain. And after these 8 months came to an end, Claudia successfully reported that she didn't have a single outbreak. She was a woman reborn. She was absolutely stunning. Her skin was flawless, and her eyes were full of excitement and confidence. She started dating again, found a new job as public relations manager, and was enjoying every bit of her life, just as she should. She no longer had to deal with the stigma and embarrassment of cold sores, the physical pain they caused, or the feeling of being trapped and constantly worried about when the next outbreak would be. The best part? Her body felt stronger. Her energy increased. She even got rid of pimples, blackheads, and she no longer suffered from seasonal allergies. These results exceeded even our wildest dreams, and it became as clear as daylight that we had to release this revolutionary solution to the public. We called it herpetox. The only doctor-formulated blend of these 7 innovative compounds, each clinically validated to not only eliminate HSV-1 and HSV-2 outbreaks, but force herpes back into dormancy by supercharging your immune defenses. Each capsule inside herpetox is crafted with love and made here in the U.S., in an FDA-approved and GMP-certified facility, under extremely sterile, strict, and precise conditions. Our blend is non-GMO safe, does not contain any toxins, and it is not habit or tolerance-forming. We also made sure herpetox is 100% vegan, cruelty-free, and sustainably sourced, which makes it not only effective but also environmentally and ethically responsible. And since its release to the public, herpetox has helped more than 120,000 women and men to get rid of recurring outbreaks, the stress and anxiety that accompanies them, and live a life free from symptoms both in their social and personal life. Anna L., New York City. It's absolutely working for me. Every time I had an outbreak, I couldn't believe I would be dealing with this my whole life. After using herpetox, they started to be less painful, and I had only 1 in 2 months. I've been taking herpetox for 7 months, and it did wonders. It literally changed my life. Sam J., San Francisco. This is amazing. For anyone who gets cold sores, they know how much they suck. This stopped them completely. Danielle P., Chicago. People say herpes isn't that bad, but I've been suffering since the day I contracted it, which is 5 years ago. Herpetox really made a difference. I have way less outbreaks, and I really hope they will become rarer. Thank you. Thomas G., Seattle. I don't know if other people experience this, but for me it was also about the terrible fatigue, headaches, and brain fog. I had this before every outbreak and made it so hard for me to function, work, and just enjoy life. All I wanted was to at least reduce the severity of symptoms, but herpetox stopped them completely. Olivia R., Denver. This works. I used to get bad eruptions nonstop and I could barely walk. My doctor told me that I shouldn't stress, but how couldn't I? It was terrible. Imagine living like this. Haven't had an eruption for half a year. I will definitely keep taking this. Ethan H., Austin. I don't know how I got herpes, but I had it my entire childhood and always get cold sores multiple times per year. This really worked for me. I got only 1 last year. Since then, I am symptom-free. These are just a few of the messages we receive every single day, each more encouraging and heartwarming than the last. People who tried herpetox and saw its life-changing benefits keep ordering more, because they don't want to go back to dealing with outbreaks in their daily life. They saw what it can do, how it transformed their self-confidence, and the renewed freedom it brings. They don't have to go through the tingling sensation, the anxiety of, is this another outbreak? Dreading social events, avoiding dates, always checking and reapplying another remedy that does nothing. People are tired of this endless cycle of discomfort and embarrassment. And we're proud that herpetox, with its unique formulation of these clinically proven compounds, breaks this cycle. By now, you're probably asking yourself how you can get your hands on herpetox and enjoy the same life-changing results. Right now, it's difficult for me to tell. With every success story, with every testimonial we receive, the demand for herpetox skyrockets. Word has spread like wildfire, and now, more than ever, people want to experience the difference it makes for themselves, which is fantastic but makes our stock run out in days. So, if you see this now, it means your package is reserved. But if you leave this page, we cannot guarantee supply when you come back. Every batch takes months of sourcing from far away and difficult to access places. where they arrive in our state-of-art FDA-approved facility, tested for purity and potency, ensuring that herpetox remains the premium product it is and has worked for so many. This not only takes a lot of time, but increases the production cost significantly, especially since herpetox is in such high demand. You see, quality like this doesn't come cheap, which is why we never spared any expenses when creating it. For example, each GMP-certified and third-party lab-tested 30-day supply ends up costing around $297. Honestly, given the effort and scientific research involved in securing these unique compounds, that's not an unfair ask. Especially since it's less than you'll pay for doctor visits, strange diets, or prescription medications annually, and most of our customers said they would pay for it without giving it a second thought. But the truth is, we want to make herpetox available to as many folks as possible, because everyone deserves to live a life to the fullest without the anxiety and stress of the next outbreak. So we've taken a step most companies wouldn't. By cutting out the middlemen and offering herpetox exclusively on our website, we pass our savings directly to you. This means that you don't need to pay $297, $200, or even $97. In fact, today on this site alone and nowhere else, you can get your very own 30-day supply of herpetox for a one-time 100% risk-free investment of $69. That's right, only $69. But there's another, even smarter way you can pay even less than that. You've come this far to this presentation, which means you are serious and determined to get rid of the burden of outbreaks and join the 120,000 men and women who made the life-changing decision to take control over herpes once and for all. This is why, after talking to our manufacturer, we're offering an even greater discount if you order the 3 or 6 bottle supply, along with 2 free bonuses. And let me explain why. Many of our customers have seen significant results during the first weeks, but the real transformation happens after a period of 60 days and more. Unfortunately, we cannot estimate how much your immune system has been compromised or the level of the acid inside your body. Studies show that our immune system needs at least 2 months to recover and neutralize the acid after only a short-term use of antibiotics. And this depends on other factors as well. Your diet, your stress levels, which also make your body use more glutamine than it can produce. This is why we recommend at least 3 bottles for a period of 90 days. And this brings us to a crucial point. It's important to not miss even a week of herpetox. Otherwise, you risk giving herpes the chance to revive while your body hasn't regained its full strength. For example, studies have shown that participants reduced the frequency of their outbreaks with eleuthero root, but only after taking it daily and over the course of 6 months. This means your immune system takes time to recover, and after it does, it needs to properly utilize all these bioactive compounds to silence the virus and stop its replication. So if you don't want to risk it and be 100% sure your body has the real amount of time to neutralize the acid, supercharge its immune response and speed, and of course instantly eliminate outbreaks and force the virus into sleep, we recommend 6 bottles of herpetox for a period of 180 days. It would be a shame to come so close to putting an end to outbreaks and the discomfort they cause only to find yourself back at the starting line and running out of herpetox, having to wait months for a new batch of these breakthrough compounds to be available again, especially since herpetox is the only product in the market that uses these specific ingredients. That's why today you can get 6 bottles of herpetox for only $49 per bottle, and also get free shipping from us for as long as the supply lasts. So select the 6-bottle package or any other package you like, and click the Add to Cart button below. I can't guarantee this offer will be available if you choose to leave this page and come back later. And while I'd love to say we have an unlimited supply, that simply isn't the case. Everyone who tried herpetox and got rid of nasty effects herpes causes are lining up for more bottles. For themselves, their family members, and their friends. They've experienced firsthand the effectiveness of herpetox, and they want to make sure they have enough to continue enjoying these amazing benefits. So don't hesitate and stock up while this one-time discount lasts. Don't forget that herpetox is only available on this website alone. We don't sell on Amazon or other platforms, and the page will only be up for as long as we have remaining stock. If you're still skeptical, I understand. You've tried a lot of products, you've gone through a lot of pain, both physical and emotional, and you've spent a lot of money, only to see that none of them worked. This is why every order of herpetox comes with an ironclad 60-day money-back guarantee. This means you have 2 whole months to try herpetox, and while I'm sure you'll love it, if for any reason you aren't completely satisfied, All you need to do is send an email or call our friendly customer team, and we'll refund your whole investment back. No questions asked. We stand behind herpetox with full confidence, and we want to give you complete peace of mind. This is why we're taking all the risk on our shoulders so that you can try herpetox without any worries. Just click the package below and complete your order. Once you click the Add to Cart button below, you'll be taken to our secure order page to fill in your shipping details. It takes less than a minute to enter your payment information, and once your order is confirmed, we'll discreetly ship herpetox straight to your doorstep. No one besides you will know what's in there. So go ahead and select below now while stock lasts. Thousands of men and women of all ages before you have put an end to recurring outbreaks and transformed their self-esteem and peace of mind. You've heard some of their incredible results, and today, with the potent ingredients in this scientifically backed solution, the only thing standing between you and freedom from recurring outbreaks is a click. I have given you the best combination possible, so you have the best tools in the fight against herpes. The rest is up to you. All it takes is for you to order your package and start right away. If you're still thinking about it, I want you to take a second and imagine how your life will be if you don't choose herpetox today. Think about the last time you had an intense outbreak. The sinking feeling in your stomach when you felt that first tingle. The panic that set in as you imagined the next few weeks. The pain you felt when you opened your mouth to eat and drink. The constant fear of rejection. The shame of having the talk with someone new. The anxiety of wondering who might notice, who might pull away. The looks of pity or disgust. The whispers behind your back. The countless products you've tried that promised relief but only delivered disappointment. All of it can be a thing of the past with herpetox. But if you walk away from this offer today, you're choosing that uncertain and uncomfortable life over a proven solution that thousands have benefited from. You've seen the scientific evidence, heard the testimonials, and now have an amazing opportunity in front of you. The question is, are you ready to take control of your life? Or will you let herpes dictate your future? With our money-back guarantee, you truly have nothing to lose. So why wait another moment for another outbreak? Give herpetox a try and choose a life free from the fear of outbreaks. Click the Add to Cart button below and start your journey towards a herpes-free life. All it takes is just a click. I can't wait for you to experience the benefits of herpetox. Still here? Great. I wanted to take a second and answer the most common question I get about herpetox. I just want to make sure you feel 100% comfortable with your decision to order today. FAQ: how and why does herpetox work? Herpetox combines 7 potent compounds clinically researched to work in synergy to strengthen your immune system and combat HSV1 and HSV2. It attacks the virus in its early stages before it initiates a flare-up, stops its replication in healthy cells, and reduces the healing time and frequency of cold sores significantly. Here's a breakdown and their benefits. Gigartina scotsburgi, the world's richest source of carrageenan, known to inhibit HSV1 and HSV2, boosts immune response, protects healthy cells from the herpes virus, strengthens the skin barrier against cold sores, provides additional skin benefits such as reducing fine lines and wrinkles. Eleuthero root. Studies have shown its potential in reducing the frequency and severity of outbreaks, and its role in stress management, a known trigger for flare-ups. Astragalus extract. Its immune-boosting properties can prevent outbreaks from occurring and support wound healing. L-lysine, shown to control herpes by limiting cold sore occurrences. It enhances calcium absorption, crucial for immune cell activation, and supports skin health. Licorice extract contains glycyrrhizin, which inactivates herpes and prevents its replication. It also offers anti-inflammatory, anti-aging, and digestive health benefits. Echinacea purpurea extract, a potent antiviral agent against HSV. It accelerates the dormant state of the virus and enhances immune cell production. L-glutamine, vital for maintaining body defenses, especially during stress. It powers white blood cells, enabling the immune system to react swiftly and effectively against threats. Herpetox effectiveness has been proven by over 120,000 satisfied customers like Lucas P., Bangor, Maine. I've only been taking herpetox for about a week. It absolutely is working for me. Jasmine B., Cheyenne, Wyoming. This has definitely helped with my outbreaks and reduced discomfort. Only had like 2 in 6 months. Carlos Fetristas, Jackson, Mississippi. I started using it when I had a really bad one and it healed in 2 days. This is great. I've had cold sores since I was a little kid and they always made me so self-conscious and miserable. Sophia N., Charleston, West Virginia. I was just diagnosed with genital herpes and had the worst outbreak. This was a lifesaver. O&D, Bismarck, North Dakota. I've used this for immunity and strength. It really helped. FAQ. Are there any side effects associated with herpetox? Herpetox was formulated to be suitable for people of all ages and medical conditions. It contains all natural ingredients, all tested for authenticity, potency, and the absence of contaminants. Herpetox is manufactured in an FDA-approved and GMP-certified facility, where every batch undergoes raw material testing, production sampling, and final product verification under extremely sterile, strict, and precise conditions. This is why we are confident to say that herpetox is safe to use. Now, as always, if you suffer from allergies or other certain medical conditions at this very moment, we strongly advise that you consult with your doctor first. FAQ: when and how should I take herpetox? We recommend you take 2 capsules twice a day with a big glass of water. For optimal results, it's best taken in the morning so that the nutrients can be absorbed and utilized throughout the day. FAQ: can I find herpetox in stores? Herpetox is exclusively available through our official website. By selling directly to our customers, we can ensure the quality and authenticity of every bottle, and by eliminating the middlemen, we pass on the savings to you instead. FAQ: what if it doesn't work for me? Can you tell me about the guarantee again? The countless success stories we receive every day, combined with the scientific research behind its formulation, makes us confident that herpetox has the power to make you live your life without recurrent outbreaks. However, it's true that nothing works 100% from everyone, and the results may vary. This is why every order with herpetox comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee. If for any reason you're not satisfied with the results, send us an email and you'll get a full, no questions asked refund. FAQ: okay, I'm ready to get started. How do I order herpetox? It's very easy. Just click the button below and you'll be taken to our secure order page to fill in your shipping details. It takes less than a minute, and once your order is confirmed, we'll immediately ship herpetox straight to your doorstep. So simply click the button below and enter your payment information to submit your order. That's all it takes.